11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. COVID, welcome to, where are we? Goof On. Thank you, I need it. Where's my notes? Here they are. Can I see? Man alive, what a day. Welcome, I'm glad you guys are coming here to hang out for a little while. We'll talk about what happened last night real quick. Today is Wednesday, October. Is it the 14th? I think I put that in there correctly, right? 14th? Yeah, Wednesday, October 14th. Today we will be talking about Fox, and all that stuff. Tucker Carlson. Yeah, we'll see. What has TTSA done lately? They've done nothing, as you can see. They don't care about me or you. It's all about Tom DeLonge. And he's making that movie, right? Did you see about this piece of work that he's going to be putting together? Unbelievable. You know, I had to say, some little divine intervention may have happened last night. Do you believe in that? Or is it the universe just feeling out your thoughts and creating things? Because why, class? Thoughts create things. Right, exactly. Jeremy, why aren't you... don't you even... Have you ever? It's unbelievable, this kid. When are you going to get that right? How you guys doing up in the balcony? All right, good. Yeah, shh. 6 people up there, all social distancing. Hope you guys are safe and enjoying a midweek broadcast of Goof On. I'm your host, Rich Giordano, as I said earlier, and we also will get into a little bit of TTSA talk, but with our good friend UFO Jesus back in action. What's this? Oh, it's all crumpled up in the middle now. All right, it'll have to go right here. I hate wires. You know, if they went the other direction, right? If they would have went with Tesla, we wouldn't have these. Although we'd probably all have radiation sickness. Our hair, everybody'd be bald, women included. It's true. See, I need to get up here, right? All right, let's try this. I think I accidentally... Oh, yeah. Good 1 inch. What a difference, huh? Forget about it. Stupid. I am such a dork. So I went out and the video that Third Phase will be posting, I think Friday or Saturday, about the sighting that happened here in Arizona. I did an interview today. COVID. That was good. The scariest thing, though, and I'll tell you what. How many months are we in this situation in life right now? You know, with the sickness, with the disturbed. Oh, disturbed. Sickness. Beautiful. So anytime I say disturbed, you know what I'm talking about. COVID. Yeah. We don't want to say it on the tubes because they don't like us talking about that. Yes, I have to be careful too. I know. Free speech is absolutely gone. YouTube gave me a survey. You probably get it all the time too if you got a YouTube channel. And the survey asks a lot of questions that I'm glad they're asking. You know, do you think YouTube only cares about mainstream? Do they care about, the creator? What do you think about monetizing, demonetizing? What do you think? Do you think your first, the First Amendment is being taken away from you? I was very shocked about these questions. And I go, yeah, I'm very dissatisfied because you make it difficult for me to do what I want to do on the show. Say what I want to say, do what I want to do. Free speech is gone. I can't believe I have to alter the way I speak. That's not freedom of speech. That's freedom of reach. Stupid. It was there and I went for it. Swing and a miss. All right, roll call. Hey, wreaking havoc. You were here first. Thank you. Lisa Marie. I couldn't speak. Lisa Marie. First floor audio. What's up, guys? Game Vet 02. Welcome to the show. B Baker. B Baker's Dozen. BB Gun. 2 B's are better than 1. Sandra Heath. It's like a heath wave. I've been inside. Frap. Sap. Pacino. Made it through the front door. Welcome to the show. Who else we got? Off-World Adam. What's up, man? What's up? Prairie Fire. Yahoo! Prairie Fire thought there was a ban. Man, there wasn't. There wasn't. BC, glad to see you, Prairie Fire, by the way. I can't believe I remembered. BC, Big Cat, how you doing? Top Hat, Mario, Heatwave. Hey, you changed your orange profile. I kind of dig this new one. Yep, that's you. I don't. Looks good though, Mario Heat. Kofefe. Chimp Kofefe. Where is Chimp Kofefe? Remember Chimp Kofefe? It's amazing how a year goes by and all the people that, we should do a show like that. Maybe we'll do it tonight. Remember all the people that used to be here who are no, remember Kip? Remember Kip? Kip was a huge fan of the show. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Dark Hour, Space Paranormal, DHP, what's up? What's up? First floor, I already said that. Lori Oliphant, how you doing? We're going to get some people who came back from last night's show, and they're going to be like, what's going on now? All those people, hey, we hit 101 live. That was crazy. That was fun. We won't see that for a while, but I was a little thrilled thanks to Third Phase telling everybody they had their show on before. And go over to GoofOn right now after the show. Really important stuff going on. I think you all should be a part of it. So follow Third Phase over to GoofOn. And they came. Oh, they came. That was funny. That's what happened. So, Tina, hi, Sola. I see ya. I saw ya. All right. Hey, these little shout-outs at the beginning of the show, as we call roll call, kind of waiting for the crowd to come in. Yes, I know we have the 16-minute intro in the beginning. All right, FAP, almost done. All right, I'm almost done. We got one more. 404, error, page not found. Welcome to the show. Oh, you guys. Canadian guy. Can't forget Canadian guy. What are you kidding me? Get a bow. All right. We're good. We're good. It's not going to be like last night. Missy! Yeah. Who we looking for? 404? Page not found, Game Vet. What happened to Game Vet 1? True. I bet you your license plate says GVET 1. There's a GVET 2. Wait, maybe you just have Game Vet because 7 letters you're allowed. You should put that on your plate. When I had hey, Jeff Garvey, what's up, man? Cuppy, how you doing? When I had the my old car, my license plate, well, it's still the same. Yeah, but I had when I had CN UFOs, I made that the license plate. Matter of fact, it's on the back wall. Oh, you'll see. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Brett Lewis, what's up, man? You know who you are. Stuart Bodwell, welcome. Welcome to the show, guys. Hey, beep beep. Oh, I already said that. We will call it attendance during Goof on University. By the way, I don't think anybody liked Goof on University, TBH. I'm talking like the kids. TBH, who am I? To be honest. Why am I yelling? Stop yelling. So, as we get older, sometimes you just don't feel like getting up and doing anything. So, you don't want to eat, but you still got to eat. I'm drinking this stuff because I drank it a while ago, and I think I bought the wrong one. This is Ensure. But there's another one that I bought that had more calories than this. I'm not looking to be... I want to put on a little weight again. All right, let's get to work. So last night... All right, where is that show, you're wondering? I want to see I want to look at it. It's being edited, and I think you could figure out why. I thought we were being pranked, and I kept waiting for the guy to laugh. I'm like, eventually he's going to go, in a little green, and that's, but if this guy was an actor, Charles Cougar, he was the best actor I've ever seen. That's what's interesting, and the people who have heard it, I let a few people listen to the conversation today, and I think it's real, I really do, but that sometimes he dropped some little weird things, like, didn't make sense. It's almost as if he knew he was on the show. I said that. I said, I want you to listen to something. I didn't tell him what I thought. Yeah. Anyway. That had to be edited out. I mean, you'll when I repost it, if I do, I will. COVID. I will post it with, you'll hear him, and then you'll hear him say goodbye right after, and then I'll have to explain. It's just not cool. Anyway, I didn't want to, I didn't realize that it went on that long. As soon as the show ended, as soon as it processed, I'll edit it, and then I put it on private. I was thinking of something. I can't think. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't. I have no idea what we're doing. So if we do get on, I don't think it'll happen. I'm just saying it now. I don't think it'll happen. I don't know. There's a video this gentleman has on the internet. He didn't put it there. Somebody else did. I'm going to play it for you. I wasn't going to. But if that call was real, it, to me, did not sound like this guy that I'm going to bring up. Don't I have it up here? No. All right.
Not really with
Tell me if this sounds like him.
Fox News. Who are you?
My name's Charles. I just want to know, do you
No,
have
I
a
want
message
to
for
know
Chris
Charles
Cox?
who? Charles who?
All right. So this is what's really weird. The very beginning of the video, listen to what she says. Okay? Listen to what she says right here. This is crazy.
Not really with Fox News. Who are you?
She said, "You're not really with Fox News. Who are you?" Well, we know he is. Well, we see something that looks like he is on the internet.
My name's Charles. I just want to know, do you
No, I
have a
want to
message for
know
Chris
Charles
Cox?
who? Charles who?
Chris Cox and the NRA professor.
I'd like to see your ID. Who are
Why
you?
why did you go to his house, and was it okay to go to his house?
Okay. Close the door. I'm going to walk you into school.
Does that sound like it did? To me, it doesn't.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid.
I mean, you can just tell us, like,
Hey, what's your name?
all we want to
I'd
know
like to see your
is-
ID.
I mean, we're not going to show you our ID. We just
Okay,
want to
then
know.
I'm not going to answer your
Do you have a
question.
message for Chris Cox, the NRA?
Sure, I have a message for you, which is that holding a sign to shame someone for killing children
Right.
is not the same as stalking someone and trying to intimidate them violently, which is what you're doing.
Of course.
Okay?
Now,
So if you're not willing to give me your name,
I don't know, man. Let me pull up my chat over here. This is the only thing that frustrates me. This is the last thing I need to do to get this show smooth for me, is to have a chat room that I can view without having to press buttons every 2 seconds to get it back up. It's very frustrating. So, I'd like to engage. I'd like to engage the chat. See, I'm not doing that now. Now I am. But here I have to have my phone. I have to change the display not to turn off. It used to have a never turn off screen. It used to have a never. Now it only goes up to 30 minutes and then the screen will dim if you don't touch it. Every phone that I've had with the, what is it? Is it AMOLED? LED? I don't know, with the way they make them now, it stains the screen. So if I'm on a white screen and I'm looking at something, maybe if I'm looking at the sky, looking at a video and it's just a blue sky, I can see the imprint of a couple of things, the clock, the battery, everything, all the apps that are being used, that was imprinted up there. On my Samsung, it imprinted a bowling game. If you just see, you can see it all the time. It was frustrating. There's a game that I still have that you can go in tournaments with other people and stuff. It's really cool. I've been doing that for like 2 years, and it imprinted on the screen because the lanes, because I had it on for hours. And I guess it printed. All right, let's get to work. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm talking too much. You're right. If we get on Tucker, it's not going to happen. But if we do, it's not going to happen. That guy didn't sound like him. He did not sound like him. It was probably him. It was just a phone speaker. That's why. It has to be, right? A lot of interesting things going on behind the scenes. So, what are we doing? TTSA, Divine Intervention versus the Universe, UFO News, and oh yeah. Can you believe that guy? UFO Jesus. Another video went up. We'll take a look at it. I want to start the show off, and I know some of you really don't care about UFOs. I'm joking. I swear to you right now, I can't figure out. There it is. All right. Let's take a look. There's a UFO sighting. I guess a man captures a speeding object falling straight down out of a clear blue sky. Came out of nowhere. Here it is. 3. What? 2. Go. Nope, you did it backwards. Where's the volume? Oh.
Hey, what's up guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. In this video, we're going down to Adelaide, Australia, where Tommy has captured a couple of things falling out of the sky. They come straight down, literally out of nowhere, somewhere high up in the atmosphere. You're going to see a couple of objects he caught on his video camera. Also have a brand new picture slideshow, 2 or 3 minute long presentation of new pictures sent in from all around the world. But first, we're going to hop over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera. To do this, he lays his phone down flat on a flat surface, looking up into the sky, has it on record. Occasionally, he'll catch an object, something falling down from the sky, like your...
Oh my God. I don't know, man. I'm already upset. So now this guy thinks he's Sky Hub. Ma! Yeah. I'm Sky Hub! Meatballs!
You're going to see here. And notice that it's not very windy. You can see a little breeze going through the leaves over there on the left in that tree. And here comes the object down basically out of the clouds. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. See it right there? Almost looks like a giant feather, maybe tumbling through the sky. I have no idea what that was.
No. No. Everybody's trying to find a way to make it. I don't know what they're doing. This is the dumbest. It's a feather. I don't know. It looks like a feather, but why would a feather be falling from the sky, I wonder? You dummy. A feather falling out of the sky has to be a common occurrence. It has to. We lose hair every day. Birds lose feathers every day. Trees lose their leaves. Caterpillars lose their foot.
Where it came from, it's very hard to identify. There could have been a vortex somewhere in the area that lifted something high up into the sky. Maybe it just found its way down in his area. I don't know, but looking at the tree...
It looks just like a feather, you freak. I mean,
He's over there.
This is
You can
so
see one here in the
stupid.
foreground. It doesn't look to be very windy.
It looks
and that
just
looks
like
to be
a
about
feather.
6 feet long or so. It's pretty good size.
No, it doesn't. Am I wrong? Hold on, let me see what the chat room thinks. Oh shit, I didn't see super chats, guys. Hey, $5, Mr. DB Cooper 7070 says DHP Lisa Marie. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Is that DB Cooper with a $20? Dude, thanks a lot. Yo, chat. Thanks a lot, man. Feathers? What is this thing?
It's whatever it was, but it must have been light.
It's a leaf.
This one here comes down a little
Oh,
quicker.
yeah, it could
You're
be
not
a
going to be
leaf,
able to see it in
too.
the first video. This is the original video. This is a screenshot I took and put the arrow in. Just show.
Oh my god, look at all the work going into a leaf feather. It's a feather leaf, is what it is. Yeah, because we really don't know, but you're probably right, because a leaf does bend in on itself a little bit more than a feather would. Feathers usually have that long spine that the feathers grow off of. Check it out.
Know where this thing comes from.
You
Literally.
will never get a feather analysis anywhere else other, well, Mr. MBB333, but that's who I'm talking about. You won't see that here on GoofOn unless somebody else is doing. See why I do this? Do you see why this is so ridiculous? Rich, how could you say such a thing? That could have been a creature, and it would have fallen right next to him. He should have seen it. I know, he just laid the phone down. I get it.
Clear blue day, and
Here.
something comes straight
I'll
down.
give you
Check
full
this out.
screen.
You're going to be able to see it. I'm going to zoom in, go to slow motion and all that. There it was. Did you see it? Probably
No.
not, but you're going to get a chance to see it come right down there, right down the center. The sky is clear as a bell. There might be one cloud over there in front of the sun, and that's it. Now, looking at this from all possible angles, obviously it came from somewhere. There it is right there. Was there an airplane that flew over that we couldn't see, or maybe he didn't see? That could have been a chunk of ice that fell off of an airplane. I have heard of that. Here, I pause it, and you can kind of get a look at whatever that thing was. Looks to be maybe, I don't know, 3-4 feet long, maybe 5 feet long. Comes down very, very quickly. That tells us it's more solid than the other object he saw. That's why it's able to gain more speed. But it kind of does a somersault there, and then goes out of the field of view. Have no idea what that was, where it came from, and very rarely do I ever get videos in that show something like that. And
You know what's really weird right now? Oh my god. Take a look at the shape of this. Let's remember this night. Let me write this down real quick. What I'm about to tell you is true. I got something. I think that's what I captured. No, you don't understand. I know that's a still image, but I captured something in 2005. As a matter of fact, it was weird. It was, I saw it in the sky like this, right? Here, I'll just use this pen. And what it did, it kept doing this. And I recorded that. It's a weird video. Yeah, it was moving. It was also moving through the sky, but it was doing it quickly. This one looks more natural, like a feather. I'm believing this is not a tree. It could be blown if it... I don't know. This is dumb. I mean, it looks like something I've seen and recorded. This is crazy. I don't know, man.
I get a lot of videos and pictures on a weekly basis. Not things like that, though. So the only logical thing I can think of is it may have fallen off of an airplane that might have been at a very high altitude that he didn't see, because it had to come from somewhere, right?
Didn't he already say that? Why did he say the same exact thing twice? Huh. Yeah, that's a weird sighting, man. Pretty weird. What is this?
Right there they are. Don't know what compelled the clouds to form in that fashion, but that is a first.
Oh, well, maybe because they're clouds.
I've never seen anything like that out of the thousands of pictures that I get through here. Tommy, once again, out of Australia. Very unique sky configuration here above Adelaide. That's where we saw the video footage you just saw. That's where it came from. Gladewater, Texas, Dutch. Notice this, very unique sky. Unique clouds above Texas. Object behind a jet. This photo was sent in, there's actually two. Sent in by Thomas M. And how do you even explain this here? Is the air...
Okay, I'll explain it. The guy's recording the airplane, and an object very close to him, you know, maybe 20 feet away, a little, you know, piece of dust flies, and he captures it. And now he's trying to fake that it's a UFO. To be honest with you, it does look like it could be out there. Whoa. Unbelievable.
Plane knowingly dragging something behind the airplane? I mean, is that like some sort of a weird parachute? Or something come off the plane? I have no idea. Super bizarre. Carlos Skywatcher out of Portugal. Fantastic sunset activity from Portugal. Carlos gets the sunset every night that he can. Skies glowing. Proximity of the sun. Look at the color. Out of Las Vegas. Got some very, and I mean very colorful clouds in the proximity of the sun. The color in those clouds, and this photo here of a very fiery orange sunset, and this one what compelled H-Dot to take the photo was this void in the sky or a shadow. How do you describe that? Looks like some sort of a...
Damn it. I'm sorry. It's the OBS has not gotten me in a while. It got me good, didn't it? It got me. OBS. There's a 17-second delay. You know, I could make it to where there's only a 1 or 2 second delay, but the quality of the picture doesn't come in as good as you see it now. And they call that putting it on low latency. You get true interaction with the crowd, but you lose quality. I was thinking of trying that out. I think I used to do that. But I figure 15 seconds... that's frustrating to have a 15-second delay. I get it. Another $5 super chat. Oh, yeah, no audio. I know. Jesus H. Popsicle. Sorry, Mr. DB Cooper. Thank you. Again, another two $5 super chats again from Mr. DB Cooper. Thank you. The whole show's just going to be thank you. Thank you, Mr. DB. Thank you. All right. Yeah, okay, so there's a question that came in from Frapsap. Frapsap, let's just say this about did the Fox News coordinating producer guy contact Third Phase? All I can tell you is that the wheels are in motion. That's what I was told to say.
A shadow right there in the...
All right, so we've seen enough here, right? All right, let me move. Hold on, let me move this. I can't see the chat. It's frustrating me like you wouldn't believe. I know, right? You'd think this studio would be well equipped to have a chat room. All right, so let's get down to more work here. We got a lot to talk about. So when we what? Oh, we do. All right, hold on. No, I'm gonna save this. There will be political talk, but later. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, I didn't watch, we didn't watch it yesterday. I got a video sent to me, and it was from B. Baker, I think. Comes from Dustin Louse on YouTube's. It says, a priceless prank Arnold pulled on Jesse Ventura. All right, so I'm going to take a guess. This is from the movie Predator. And I'm going to guess that the Arnold walks out as the Predator. Let's see.
Biggest thrill for me was when we hit wardrobe, and I happened to view Arnold's wardrobe tape, and when my arms taped out 1 inch bigger than Mr. Olympia's, that made Jesse Ventura feel pretty good.
Well, I'm very happy about that, because then my joke worked. Because I told the wardrobe department they should tell him that, so I can bet him a bottle of champagne afterwards when he comes to the gym. He came to the gym 2 days later and he says, you know something, Arnold? We should measure our arms. Who has bigger arms? I said, of course we should. I said, let's bet a bottle of champagne. He says, of course we should. And then we measured it and my arm was 3 inches bigger than his.
What the fuck?
I almost got the mute button again. That was funny, actually. Arnold is good at playing pranks, isn't he? Guys would ask him when he was coming up as a bodybuilder, if you ever want to see a good movie like for bodybuilding or how it got started. You know, how it got popular. It's when Arnold Schwarzenegger came in, but people would ask him for advice and he'd give them wrong advice. Very smart guy. Very smart. So, man, I'm just thinking, you know, yeah, I've got stuff I want to play, but yesterday I never got through. We barely started a video from Third, and it's what happened after man confronts UFO with rifle. You know, somebody sent me an email, because my email's up here, and they said, you're playing way too much Third Phase. And I'm like, you know what? I've been playing Third Phase since we started Goof On. There hasn't been many, I mean, anytime they put up something we thought was interesting, it would be played. That's what made them call in last year. Last year? This year? God, it's only been this year? That's what made them call in. Because me and Dave Scott were talking about a video of theirs. And they wanted to, no, you guys don't know. This is real. And we're like, no, it ain't. Well, it's real. That was their point. It wasn't CGI. It was actually in the sky. It might just be something else. Mundane. But we've been playing them the whole time, I said. So this isn't anything new. I may be talking about them more. But the video playing has always been a thing we've done here on Goof On. And thank God they're nice enough to allow that to happen. All right, here we go. We'll start over again with this. Man confronts a UFO with a rifle. That sounds interesting. Of who? Of Moon, right.
Welcome back, everybody from around the world.
Why is all the volume on all these low?
October 13th, 2020, and we've got a lot of UFO sightings that we're going to be going over. Eyewitness testimony, the call-in panel is open, and boy, do we have a lot of people tuning in tonight. And it's my pleasure to do this. Wow. I'm going to try my best to get to everybody. So let's just make this very clear. If you're calling in, we want to hear your story, but keep it down to about 5 minutes. And if you got a follow-up question, that'd be great. But we got to let people share their stories. So consider everybody else's time when you call in. We want to get to as many people as possible. Again, we got a quick update. There's something that the president said. He's going to be looking into a UFO incident that happened now it's 3 days ago. And what that's all about, well, right here at Third Phase Moon, we're working on the story over there in Arizona. Something big happened over the mountains of Arizona, and we're following up. We're going to have eyewitness testimony with video evidence coming up in the next couple days, so stand by for that. It might be in relation to what the president talked about, how he's going to investigate this UFO incident that just happened 3 days ago. What's that all about? Well, hopefully we get to the bottom of this. Something's happening, guys. Something is happening. So now let's get to the callers right now, and we'll go to the top. Area code 509 was the first caller in. Welcome to the show. How you doing today?
Hi, Blake. I'm okay. This is Tad Casper off of YouTube.
Is this a real... Oh, this is the same one they shown before. Oh, this is just random stuff. I thought we were going to see a UFO. All right, that was a pretty cool video, by the way. I'm glad I even showed it. I mean, that doesn't look like the normal...
I woke up in the morning, and I had a scar in my hand.
All right, let's play one of their interviews, okay?
862, you there?
Let's go to 973.
All right. I hear you. Where are you calling in from? All right. Non-responsive caller or something's going on. We're just going to go up to the next one. Let's go to area code 650. We've got a lot of callers calling in. 650, you there?
Come on.
650, got a little shot. Hey, if you don't want to call in to share your story.
Hi, can you hear me?
I got you loud and clear. Hey, thanks for calling in. Where are you calling in from?
Hi, this is Weta. I'm calling from Northeast Kansas.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
I've had several.
Let's hear a story.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and thank you for the work you do. I've had several instances over my lifetime. The first one was when I was 14. I saw a regular type of disc in the air, broad daylight, just kind of popped in and popped back out on a sunny day here in Kansas. But the most compelling happened to me in November of 2001. And it was me and my husband living in a small country area. So we had, real clear skies at night, that type of thing. And my youngest son, who was 3 years old, was a part of this. So I woke up in the morning and I had a scar in my hand. It's on the top of my hand, and it would be about halfway between the knuckle and the wrist, between the first and second knuckle. Now, I'm a little darker skin, more tan-like, so when I scar, and I scar deeply, it's white, and it stays white. So when I woke up, I had this scar on my hand that was white, and it was very bright white.
White privilege.
So it was very easy to see that I had a scar, and I had no recollection of how I got that, because normally I would scar like that and it would take several days for it to heal. My son, when he woke up, told me that he had a dream. So I asked him to tell me about it, and he started telling me about somebody that had come to visit us that was at the front door, and that there was bright lights, and it was a friend of his. So I said, well, who was his friend? And he didn't have a name for the friend, but he said he would tell me what he looked like. so I asked him to tell me, and I drew what he told me. And as he described the head and the shape of the head and the neck, it ended up looking exactly like a tall gray, like the long neck type gray, the eye shape, the way that the chin sloped. And I asked him what happened, and he said, I went to the door because he asked me to come out and play. And I said, did you go to the door? He said, yes, but you stopped me. And I don't remember any of that. I don't remember getting up or sleepwalking or anything like that. And so he described all that to me. I wrote it all down, but I found it very coincidental that I have this scar on my hand. Now, I don't think I have like an implant or anything because I don't feel anything, but the scar is definitely still there.
Yeah, no, bizarre. It's interesting because you're not the only one that they have these weird scoop marks or scars right after an encounter, but usually there's something still in there. It amazes me that you don't feel or feel any kind of indication of an implant. Are you sure there's nothing there?
I don't think so. If it is, it would be deep. And I don't ever have any sensations in my hand or anything like that. I did ask him, you know, what happened and how come they wanted to be there with him. He didn't know. But I asked him also, did he ever say anything to you that would make you feel uncomfortable or scared, or did he tell you to not listen to your mom and dad or anything like that? And he said no, but the one thing I did not like about my friend is that he eats birds. And I found that really...
Well, that explains Mr. BB33's video.
Really curious. And of course, many, many, many years later, when the movie Paul comes out, you see him eating a live bird. And that really hit me hard when I saw that.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you're saying that your son witnessed the alien eating a live bird?
Yes, and that made me wonder if he had been visited before and not told me about it. Remember, at this time, he was only 3 years old. He's 22 now, and he just doesn't have any real recollection other than the dream. He remembers that part. During that same month, Blake, we also saw a craft above the house and above the trees. So it was November. There was no leaves, but we couldn't really see it. There was no sound like a helicopter. There was no rushing sound, but there was 3 very bright lights in a triangular formation.
Didn't she just say we couldn't really see it?
During that same month, Blake, we also saw a craft above the house and above the trees. So it was November. There was no leaves, but we couldn't really see it. There was no sound like a helicopter. There was no rushing.
I think she meant hear it.
Sound, but there was 3 very bright lights in a triangular formation.
Wow, it's incredible too, because once you experience it once, it's not unlikely to have multiple experiences. But it's kind of interesting too that Paul is kind of emulating what your son said, you know, about 19 years ago. No way. Maybe Paul, the writers of this, did some, research on abductions, and it's interesting they put that in their movie. Who knows? Maybe they love to eat birds. You just never know. But appreciate you calling in. This is incredible.
Well, that was interesting. Well, you know, a lot of kids. I've spoken to many. If you talk to kids, they either have a special friend, God, that sounds awful, or they dream about someone that doesn't look like us, similar but different. It's very interesting. Children may be the key. I wonder. I wonder if parents paid more attention to those types of things. We may get more video evidence and people may look into it. Like, my parents never said I ever had a imaginary friend. I never did that. I never did. And I'll tell you why. I remember as far back, as long as I can remember, being maybe 4 years old. And there was something on TV where a kid was talking about having an imaginary friend. I think it was like a talk show or something. I don't remember. And then the person who was interviewing the child said, "Who is your imaginary friend? What's his name or her name?" "Well, his name is Freddy." And then Freddy Krueger movie came out. No, I'm kidding. So maybe Freddy is really an entity or an alien being that is visiting us when we're children. I don't know. And I have a very hard time with the whole entire thing. The whole entire thing. Those implants that Dr. Lear took out of people, aren't they missing now? Didn't somebody get them when after he passed away? Those are gone. A lot of good things are always whisked away when these people die that work in ufology. Like when I pass away, I need to give all my stuff to somebody, or else it'll be awfully wasted. It'll all be on the internet in the next 5 years. You know what I mean? Everything I have will be on the internet for sure. But the internet may not be around in 5 years, the way things are going. Who knows, man? I know you can't shut down the internet. Too many businesses would go out of business. You really want to take control of 2020, and if you really want to ruin our lives, take away the internet. My God, that would suck. We'd have to go back to watching what mainstream media gives us. Imagine that. Imagine if all the social media stuff disappeared overnight. Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, you name it. The list is long. Instagram? There's so many. There's some new ones I don't even know. But yeah, I mean, it would be an awful, awful world. They got us by the Calhouns. They really do. Everything that when we go buy stuff, we have to either swipe a credit card or I use my phone now. Everywhere I go. I still bring the credit card with me in my pocket, but I like to use the phone. I don't have to type my PIN number in. All I do is press my home button twice. It brings up my credit card. I see the little red card I have from Bank of America. And touch here, and boom. It's amazing technology. This is an amazing time we're living in. It really is. Even with all the civil unrest in the United States. All over the world, pretty much. But for us, it's been a wild year. Today, I wanted to tell you, when I drove down to go meet Kevin, he's one of the witnesses. Not a witness. He actually received the video from the father-in-law of the bride, where all these people were partying, the groomsmen and whatnot, and they saw these lights last Saturday. He just got the video, and he's like, when he saw the video from the father-in-law, and he's like, I'm going to post this on the internet. Now, I better not tell the whole story. But instead, anyway, I don't want to give it away. I'm giving it away. Mr. DB Cooper with a $5 super chat again. That's like 5 already, right? And a 20? You're too kind, my friend. Too kind. Thank you. Really, driving down there anyway, and it was just at the end of rush hour, but Well, I left a little early. So I left around 7:55 I did. It was almost 8 o'clock. And there was no traffic. Usually if I'm driving where I was and I have to get on the freeway, you have to wait several minutes to get on the freeway. And then the traffic is really backed up until you get into this curve. It opens up a little, but then it'll bog up again, and then it's bumper to bumper traffic. I did 80 the whole way. People were going faster than me going. I was going to yell it out. What do we call it? Disturbed. That's the new COVID word. Amazing. All right, we're going to skip around just a little bit. So, TTSA, what have they done? I tell you, to be honest, I don't know. All I know is I saw Tom DeLonge a few days ago posting something on the internet, on Twitter, on the internet here. I'm so old right now. I mean, I just got old today for some reason. And he's posting that he's making this new movie. It's about him in his youth. Really, it's loosely based on him in his youth going around looking for aliens. Hey, I put out a great tweet. Why does Luis Elizondo say UFOs are a threat when they fly in our airspace? My response to that, clouds float over my house. Doesn't mean it's going to rain. Freaking beautiful. It does. It's the same principle. Yeah, Rich, but clouds can't kill you. And how do you know the aliens can? How do you know those are aliens? How do you know they're a threat because they're in our airspace? What makes you think Earth is yours? What makes you think your airspace is here? That's only between humans. You think they care? Please, don't give me that. BS alert, buddy says, skip to my Lou. Yeah. Lose lips, sink ships, is what I like to say. Lose lips, speak bullships. Yeah, that's what I... Think about this. We've talked about it. But it's true. Oh, I'm going to pull up Tom DeLonge's little Twitter place here. Let me pull it up. What's his name? Tom DeLonge? Look, I have nothing against Tom. I don't hate the guy. Yeah, I don't like the guy. I don't like him. But nonetheless. He's putting out now, he wants to make a movie. Remember when he said, when To the Stars Academy, if you go to the website, it says it. I'll show it to you. Here, check it out. What is it called? To the Stars Academy. Two of Arts and Sciences. Yeah, I know. Oh, God, you'd think it would just come right up. Two Stars Academy shop? Apparel? Are you kidding me? Here, the official store for Tom DeLonge. Wow. All right, wow. What a bunch of crap. Telling the stories of tomorrow. Today. Yeah, right, my ass. I don't know, we haven't been here since this place opened up, right? Look, they have this arrow. It's moving. But you can't do anything with it. It's useless. Don't have it move. To the Stars of Academy of Arts and Science focuses on 3 areas. Collect and study anomalous data. 2. Develop tech related to findings. 3. Explain to humanity through stories. Wow. I'm embarrassed for that. That is so... This is like a high school project. Am I wrong? This is not a good website. FAP with a $25 super chat. He says that good. Thank you very much for the $25 super chat. Holy mackerel. $25. What? It's crazy. All right. Seriously, this is as cheap as you want to make a website. This is a free website maker. That's what it is. Carrie DeLong? You mean there's a Carrie DeSlong? Steve Justice. Lou gotta be kidding me, Mr. DB Cooper says with the $5 super chat, and then adds, Ma! Thanks again, Mr. DB. Steve Justice, Chief Operations Officer, Director of Aerospace Division, Director of Integrated Systems at Lockheed Martin Aeronautics Company, Skunk Works. All right. Led complex aircraft system and platform program development, capture, and execution. From 2012 to 2016, served as Director for Advanced Programs, responsible for the portfolio of advanced programs that represented the future of Lockheed Martin Aeronautics Company. Wait, what? Director for Advanced Programs, responsible for the portfolio of advanced programs. Oh, okay. Carrie DeSlong, Chief Content Officer, President of Entertainment Division. Served, you know why I don't like TTSA? You want to know why? Because when you got Lou over here going on unidentified and talking about the UFOs being a threat without any evidence at all, who would you trust more? Would you trust Greer or would you trust Lou Elizondo? There's a question. Well, I brought up Greer because he thinks this is a false narrative that they are putting on to the public so they can get the funding they need to do whatever it is they're going to do with that money. I don't know. These guys, DeSlong, Justice, Lou, they got money. And all the rest of them have money. They all made over $100,000 last year. And I'm pretty sure they all made more than $200,000 last year. I'm sure of it. That's a lot of money going around. Where'd that money come from? How is Two to Stars Academy being funded when basically they only got $2.2 million? That's got to be gone after 4 years. Remember, Tom said, we're going to build a machine, a UFO. We're going to build a real UFO. It's going to go into space. It's going to go into water. And what? It can go in the ground. It can go through things. Yeah, it's kind of like a Journey to the Center of the Earth kind of shit, you know? Carrie DeSlong served as Chief Marketing and Product Officer of company subsidiary TTS since its inception in 2011. She oversaw worldwide media launches, including Billboard Top 200 albums, critically acclaimed independent films, and award-winning books. Served as product manager at the technology platform Modife, Inc., where she was in charge of content monetization, merchandise manufacturing and distribution, e-commerce, as well as multi-channel marketing for major music acts on the platform. So basically, she works with the money and advertising, and she's got connections. So when Tom puts out a cute little movie, or Lou wants to go on Unidentified, she probably helps with all that money stuff. Sweet Lou! You know, when Lou is lying, do you know when he is? When he's talking. Director, Government Programs and Services, Career Intelligence Officer with U.S. Army, the Department of Defense, the National Counterintelligence Executive, and the Office of Director of National Intelligence. Yeah, you know what I hear? Government, government. Conducted and supervised highly sensitive espionage and terrorism investigations around the world. Ran clandestine source operations throughout Latin America and the Middle East. So what this tells me here is that Lou has basically been in my home. He's been here. Oh, Lou, I know you've been here, Lou. Oh, Rich, I wouldn't go to your home. Somebody else would go for me. This way you would never tie it to me, Rich. Yeah, but if you set it up, it's the same thing. He's also the program element manager for the Pentagon's ATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, with multiple awarded patents. Program element manager. Big deal. Lou's a big deal, all right. And he's gained about 40 of those big deals. You see how many chins he has now? Yeah, enough that he could have a Chinese phone book. Dun-dun-dun. Thornton Mellon. Here's a feller that I wouldn't have around. All right, I'd have him around. Hey, whatever happened to this guy, Joe Sherman? And what about Dr. Norm Kahn? Holy mackerel, you see these people? Who are these guys? Oh, Chris Herndon, yeah. Adele, Dr. L. Gilpin, and Dr. Paul Rapp with 2 P's. 2 P's are better than 1. We got Paul Rapp, PR, Dr. PR. What is this? Stay updated on To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science. Screw you. What, do you just touch it and it signs me up? Is that what it... No. Oh, there's more. Scout and Vault. Adam. It stands for Acquisition and Data Analysis of Materials, and its partnership with Earth Tech International, a pioneering research organization in Austin, Texas, at the forefront of next-generation science and technology. So what this means is we grab some data, we look at it, and their materials. They just say that. We just grab data and analyze it. Wow.
Grabbing this stuff, I think, is going to, it has the potential, if it ends up being real, it has potential for being A, very dangerous that we have it, and B, shake things up quite a bit.
I find it very interesting that there are people out there who absolutely are convinced that they've seen what they've seen, and for that reason, I'm willing to listen. And again, that doesn't mean run to the hills with your hand in the air, screaming that the aliens are coming or aliens are coming. No one's even mentioned the word aliens. We're not talking about aliens. We're not talking about extraterrestrial life. We're simply saying that there is something out there in our airspace we don't control. We don't know what the hell it is. And
God, what a bunch of babies. You know what I mean? You know what it sounds like? And I know Lou is speaking for the government, right? But if you heard, the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, it's in our airspace and we can't control it. Do we have to control everything in our airspace? My God, don't they realize? This is why I don't buy it. You know, they realize how enormous... there's 200 miles of atmosphere from Earth to the edge of space, right? And then you got 25,000 circumference of miles filled with this atmosphere. Are you insane? That's millions of square miles of airspace, and we only take a little piece of that to fly our airplanes. Very little. We only go up 7 to 8 miles. Unless the military is, testing out stuff. So don't act like we own air. That's what they're saying. We own airspace, pardon me. They know absolutely sure, for certain. They know. They know. They want to know what it is, though. Right? That's what they want to know. They want to know what it is because it's uncontrolled in our airspace. And that's a no-no, kids. Oh, God forbid the aliens fly over the U.S. They're going to throw a temper tantrum. You know, the other countries are pretty open. I don't know what our problem is. Saying everything's a threat so we can give them money to, protect me from the aliens that have been abducting us for eons. If they wanted to kill us, they would. This is why TTSA is just a front. It's a cover. Look over here while we do something over there and we take money from you. Total bullshit scam house they got going on. Thanks a lot.
To run to the hills with your hand in the air screaming that the aliens are coming or aliens are coming. No one's even mentioned the word aliens. We're not talking about aliens. We're not talking about extraterrestrial life. We're simply saying that there is something out there in our airspace we don't control. We don't.
When have aliens ever done anything that would create a worldwide panic? Would, Brazil. Brazil, back in 77, the Colares Island incident? All right, there was a couple of months there where there was something that was attacking these people. That's a real thing. The military got involved and pretty wild. We talked about it the other night. That is one of the that is the only time of any attack on humans from UFOs that created panic. There have been cattle mutilations, yes. Could that be our government? Yeah, but unlikely. Why don't they just harvest their own cows if it's the government? You know what I mean? Something's not right. See, there's so many things that tell me aliens are here already.
Don't know what the hell it is. And so if it's not the eyewitness reports and it's not the videos and it's not the electro-optical data and it's not the electromechanical data, well, all right, how about material? Will that be enough? What you all are agreeing to do is to allow...
Would material be enough? No, we want an alien body. Material. If the material... Okay, you know what type of material I want to see? Hold on. I want to see... Here's the material. If they can grab something, pick it up like a jelly type of thing, and then they drop it into a container, put it in, I don't know, the freezer for an hour, and it comes out and it's solid steel. And then you put it under hot water. I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out there, okay? Bear with me. This is the metal I want to see. And then you put it under hot water and it's liquid and you can use it however you want to stretch it. That's the kind of material I don't want to see a little chunk of sectioned off metal pieces that look like sedimentary rock in the Arizona desert. I want to see an alien body or a video of somebody stepping into a UFO, not CGI, or that type of metal material, man. Didn't that guy, who's that guy who made the bowling ball spin? What was his name? And he had all these objects. He could melt metal, basically. He's like John or Jim something or another. Hutchins, the Hutchins effect. He was manipulating stuff, though. He was manipulating. That wasn't special metal, but that when that little thing melted, that put the thought in my head. Okay, what is this? The Atom program they're talking about here on 2 to Stars Academy, farts and science.
Us, TTSA,
I know, I'm immature, everybody.
Temporary control of the material for the purposes of scientific analysis and research. And then I have additional protection here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's all lead shielded, RF, everything. We can continue to protect it. Rather than getting to fly home, I get to drive 18 hours now with this stuff.
Oh, poor Lou. You got to drive, man? You mean driving like sitting down? And having the air conditioning on for 18 hours? You mean you gotta drive, Lou? Aw. You sounded like you mean to tell me now I gotta take this stuff and drive 18 hours with it? Good for me. That's how he made it sound. You know, you're supposedly doing the world a favor. Act like it.
Rather than getting to fly home, I get to drive 18 hours now with this stuff.
Other than to fly home. What would have taken an hour is now going to take me 18. Poor sweet Lou. Getting paid to do nothing. You know why? You know why it's getting paid to do nothing even though he's out in the world? Because this is what he wants to do. If I got paid to do ufology every day and I could pay my bills, I would be doing nothing. Because when you do something you love, it's not work. Act like he's putting his life on the line again. You're not in Afghanistan, Lou. You're in Texas, of all places, I think. I don't know.
There's a little bit of an uneasiness about carrying this stuff around, not really knowing what it is, where it's from. I think the possibility is exciting. Now, it could turn out to be a part of a alternator of a 1984 Cadillac. All right, you really never know. But I think we have to handle all these things as if they are legitimate. Hi, Lisa. Code 2. Repeat. Code 2.
Oh my God. Lou's implementing his military style. Everybody, when I appear in this building, you stand at a freaking attention and you say, yes, Lou, sir, Lou. Every time. What is it? Yes, sir, Lou, sir. Can you say it like you love me at least? Yes, sir. Of course, Lou. That's perfect, Melon. Oh, my God, the ego. The ego. I got a code 2, code 2. Stupid. Why don't you just say, I'm here, I'm pulling up.
Have a nice day. I made it very clear to the owners of the material that the material was going to be,
Oh, they're making this look like it's top secret shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, all you have is a bunch of magnesium and nickel in your stupid briefcase. You've got nothing, Lou. Nobody's walking around with alien evidence, UFO evidence, body parts. Nobody. It may be buried in the ground under somebody's house or building, but for crying out loud, they're really trying hard to make this look like Lou's doing some covert. Lou, they're trying to show Lou in his element, right? Look at Lou. Lou, he's human, but because he's been militarized, he's out in the wild. They've given him augmented reality, lenses. What he sees is a battlefield. Now watch this. Watch what Lou does next. This will blow you right out your face.
Going to be analyzed from a physical perspective, physical properties, and then it was going to be looked at from...
Did you see the way he interacted with the others? Very unnatural.
Molecular characteristics and structure, and then depending on what those results came back, we may look at its nuclear properties, i.e. the actual atomic...
Noticed how this gentleman keeps looking to his left, wondering where Lou is. Lou is constantly changing locations, so nobody can put a track on him.
Structure itself. There appears to be some trace amounts of some very interesting elements, and we have to follow the data.
Notice Lou's OJ gloves. They call these the OJ gloves. These will get you out of any responsibility if your fingerprints are here. This is a well-educated, well-funded super soldier right here, folks.
And the facts. Let's see where
Unbelievable. He even has alternative glasses that makes him see what you and I see. But he's wearing his augmented reality lenses. This makes Lou a super soldier. Here is a listening device, so we can record everything Lou says. Shh, let's listen.
Where that data leads us, I don't want to speculate or go down that path because,
I guess I haven't seen that part. It's over. But here's the animal driving, looking left and right. He's like a tiger and it's looking for its prey, Like there goes a little dandified deer, and Lou's gonna snatch it up and make it his own.
Obviously, the likelihood of it being from here is probably a lot greater than the likelihood of it being.
Notice Mr. Putoff wearing the same exact OJ gloves. These gloves are now made from the military. These are military gloves. And these are super soldier pants. This is an old man. This man is about 900 years old. He's as old as Yoda. Here he is working hard for the Lou. Ah, the Lou. Always a camera everywhere you go when there's a Lou around.
Not from here, but nonetheless, it's a possibility. In the end, really, this is a journey about all of us and for all of us, not just a particular company or a group of guys that are going out and...
Look at Lou. He's at the refueling center, not quite figuring out how to put petroleum in the vehicle he's driving. This is rather humorous. See, because he put on his Lou eyes. These are regular seeing glasses. When he puts these on, he sees what you and I see. When he takes them off, it's Super Soldier Lou. He can't figure it out. This is hilarious.
Going out and collecting a bunch of rocks. How we take this information, whether it winds up being real or not real or somewhere in the middle, ultimately it's a conversation that people need to have.
Look at him gazing upon his territory, wondering about the next kill. You can see he's wearing the augmented lenses. The reality has been skewed. Lou has lost his marbles. You can see he's about to shut down here. They've given him a shot of adrenaline. Adrenaline? Adrenaline. That's what they call it for Lou. Ah, Lou. Statuesque. And unhuman like any super soldier ever before him. Super Lou.
Have amongst themselves on how, as a society, we feel about the notion.
What's next? Will Lou be able to fly?
That maybe we're not the only ones.
Wait a second. Is something wrong with Lou? Remember earlier we read that To the Stars Academy, and even Lou said it. We don't look for aliens. Oh, I missed it again.
Maybe we're not the only ones.
Maybe we're not the only ones. Fascinating quote from a fascinating piece of machinery. Super Lou soldiers. $250 million just for the head alone. The rest of the body's made up of billions and billions of dollars worth of space material. I don't know. I'm sorry. Hey, DB Cooper with a few $5 super chats. Say, hey, Big Cat, first floor, DHP. And Nicole, BB, Nathan, Tina, Lisa Marie. Yeah, Nicole said some interesting things earlier. And I wanted to touch on those because they're rather important. She was saying something, now I'm paraphrasing because it was earlier, saying that, we need to stop trying to step on each other's toes and work together. And she's right. That's something that's taken me a long time to want to do. I never wanted to work with anybody else. Why? I couldn't trust anybody. Everybody that I've met in ufology early on, they had their own agenda. And if they stepped on me to get there, they didn't care. I don't think that way. I just talk. I just say what's on my mind. You know what I mean? This atom research project is literally Who gives a shit? All right? So you got this thing that's going to collect data and analyze it. Yay, good job. The entertainment division of TTSA, this is where I say goodbye to TTSA. This is why I cannot be I would never donate to this place. I wouldn't even consider them a legitimate source for anything. Because they're not. They're not a source for anything. Okay, you want to go look at UFOs? Can't go there. They don't have them. Remember, Tom said they don't research UFOs. Even though Lou just said, you know, maybe we're not alone. Evidence. We haven't had anything since 2017. And you want to call that evidence? Fine. I saw a video about the 3 videos. It was, I wish I had it. I think I saw it on Netflix or Amazon, something like that. And there was an analysis done. And the way this person explained it and was talking about the HUD, the heads-up display on those FLIR videos, he said they're legit. But I couldn't understand what I was seeing with the one that was tracking. I think it was the gimbal. No, not the gimbal. Gimbal, Go Fast, and the other one. Not the bird. But it unlocked itself, and it also blocked, it jammed the locking mechanism on the FLIR for the camera to lock on if you want to shoot at it. It actually blocked it. It's jammed it. That's what they said. That was the little... I could show you, but my God, really? I don't think I need to. You know what I'm talking about. So they don't have anything new. They're not a source. Remember, if you go to TTSA and you want to look something up, you're only going to get TTSA stuff like you see here. You may get Tom DeLonge tweets, Luis Elizondo tweets, all their tweets. I don't know. I don't go to this website. It's useless. Spanning the entertainment division, this is where I don't find them credible. Hey, Blue, Mr. DB Cooper with a $5 super chat again. Spanning film, television, books, art, and merchandise. Music, too. To the Stars Entertainment Division creates and licenses original intellectual property by award-winning creators. So far, haven't seen that. Has anybody seen that? Fans of TTSA's vast entertainment brands find themselves immersed in exciting stories that inspire a new understanding and appreciation for the profound mysteries of our universe. You know what would have been cool? Here's what I would have done if I was TTSA. Go to the other screen. If I was them, before they went public, they should have had several movies already made. I know, you can't get funding and all that stuff if nobody... I know. But here's what would have happened. If they would have done a little bit and made maybe two documentaries, right? And Tom wrote a couple of songs about aliens and UFOs, you know, just for To the Stars, not for Airwaves and... Airwaves? I don't know what, I can't remember the name. Alien scientists. Let me see. What are you saying here? That Crada, C-R-A-D-A. I even talked to Deep Prasad, who was like a TTSA fanboy, and he said he was greatly disheartened when the materials that TTSA had were not, in fact. Yeah, of course. What did I say? What do we say just about every show? Nobody's walking around with alien technology. Nobody's walking around with that stuff. The government, okay, let's say I find it. The only way they would know I have it is if I talk to somebody about it, whether it be my phone, the internet, or whatever. I can't go anywhere or talk to anybody. I would actually have to go to my parents' house or the people I want to talk to show them this without, well, That's not even safe because our cell phones are listening devices. You're not safe. So what I would have to do is I would have to write it on paper and hand it to people and tell them what it is and not to speak of it. That is the only way. And then I'd have to burn the paper. Right? That's the only way that you can let other people know you have this stuff without the government. Imagine if maybe we'll do a test. Maybe I will say, I got alien goods. Meet me at the 40th Street Church at noon. I go there and they all pull up, and I was just a joke. We know they're listening. Nobody's listening. Nobody's that special. Not me, not you, not Third Phase. Nobody's got anything that special that the government needs to listen to what we're saying. The only time the evidence gets taken, stolen, grabbed, is when you talk about it and brag about it on the internet. I've always said, if I ever saw or if I ever recorded a UFO that was so incredible that I know it would be the smoking gun, I don't know if I could post that. How do you do that without getting, you know what I mean? It's not an easy thing to do. So when people go to the news and you know their boss is going to call somebody and says, somebody just brought some alien technology, and I'm telling you right now, this is amazing. And they'd be showing up at that news station in 2 seconds to get that, you know? Or they would be at your house simultaneously. I can't speak, I told you. Anyway, that kind of brings up the last subject of the night. Divine intervention. Is it just coincidence? You know what I mean? Is that what we're doing? Oh, yeah, I'll talk quickly about this. We got some UFOs. I got a lot of stuff to still talk about. Jesus, what did I do tonight? Nothing? I did nothing. Okay. Divine intervention. What does that mean? Let's look it up. Pull it up here. We always do this for the new people here. I'm always teaching. And I think I'm going to bring back Goof On University. By the way, I just scheduled an interview with Mr. Jeff Harmon. I don't know if you guys know who that is. But what an interview this is going to be on the 24th in 2 Saturdays, in 10 days. So getting the guests, you know, trying to get people in here that have unique stories, and his is remarkable. And his wife's too. All right. So, what is divine intervention? A miracle or act of God or gods that causes something good to happen or stops something bad from happening. And an example of divine intervention could be someone awakening after several years in a coma. You know what I mean? Like the impossible happens. It was divine intervention. I've said that many times where I think I'm going to crash my car. The next thing I know, I'm not crashing. I'm like, that's divine intervention right there. Divine intervention. You're going to work and you drop your keys. They go under a floorboard or something. It takes you about 2 minutes. You find them. You leave. You're going to work. Up the street, just 2 minutes earlier, there was a deadly crash at the intersection. If you would have left 2 minutes earlier, if you didn't drop your keys, a lot of you, I know this has happened, you'd be like, oh my God, if I would have left 2 minutes ago, that would be me. That's divine intervention. Knocking over the keys, creating an argument to prevent you from going somewhere. You don't think it is, but I have a feeling it is. I have a feeling. Because all right, or you can say it's chance. You can do that. I'll even one better you. It's the universe. Is the universe God? Do we interpret the universe to be God? That's the question I'm throwing out there, because that's a pretty big matzo ball when you think about it. A lot of you may know, in the past and recently, I have used The Secret, the law of attraction, using your mind. You create something in your mind. It throws the energy out into the universe and opens up those doors, or closes the ones you need, to get what you want. You think it's silly and it doesn't work. It does. Or is it divine intervention listening to your thoughts? It's so mind-blowing, because it's almost as if I want to say we're living in a matrix reality. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying this is real. That's what I'm trying to say. And if we could use this to our advantage, my God, let me tell you my divine intervention. You want, it's not life-saving. Isn't that what it is? It's a miracle or act of God that causes something good to happen or stops something bad from, okay, it's not about life or death. Yeah, but it's about serious stuff. So, I don't know. I know I talk to Third Phase almost every night. And before I met them, all I was doing was this, what you see here. And I've been doing it and doing it. And every now and then I would go out like I did in COVID, went to the cemetery during, high lockdown and shit, went to the hospitals. Nobody was there. It was very strange. And those were fun, driving around town, showing nobody on the streets in downtown Phoenix, and some other things. But when I met Third Phase, it's almost like the universe put us together at the right time. We couldn't have been friends early. Maybe we could have been friends, but we weren't collaborating when we knew each other well. I knew them. I don't know if they knew me. They knew. I know. How could they not? They just didn't respond, which, smartest thing ever. But here we are, 14 years later, whatever it may be, since I knew about them, they came around. I think they came around 2006 when YouTube was only a year or two old. But since I've met them, it's a lot of strange things. Not strange, but I almost have a continuing deja vu when I'm talking to them. And sometimes it happens throughout the day. But when I talk to these guys, something is weird. I can't explain it. I've never had it before. But they've heard me say it time and time again. And I'll stop a conversation. I'm like, you have no idea how crazy, what's going on with me. And they're like, what? I'm like, everything you just said, I heard you say this before. I know I did. I was finishing sentences for you. I knew what you were going to say. The first time I say it, you think, okay, deja vu. But when it doesn't stop and it's a continuing deja vu, it's like, and I love this example that I came up with. It's like hearing a story for the second time, or hearing a joke for the second time. You know what's coming. Andrew Dice Clay, he's got the nursery rhymes. Everybody knows them. Mary had a little lamb she kept in her backyard. I could finish that as he's saying it. That's what deja vu is like. And usually it's only seconds. But everything, I don't know if I'm going to get on Tucker. I really don't know. I think that was a real call. A lot of people do. There's very few people, actually nobody thinks that was bullshit. That was the coordinating producer for Fox, Tucker Carlson. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't meet Third Phase, because they are the ones that recommended that I use Adobe Premiere, and that I better learn it and use it because it's the best. And I started learning how to use it, and then I got sick. I stopped, and then I continued with their little tutorials they have, and I was putting my own videos up, having fun. But I forgot all of it because I didn't do anything for the last 3-4 weeks with it. So my memory's not as good as it was, and you can't remember everything you learned, of course, if you just done it one time. But I made the video, a call to Tucker Carlson, and it's because of me. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I wouldn't have done it without them. And when I threw it out and I said, I'm going to make a video and try to reach Tucker Carlson. And then they said, Blake and Brent came up with ideas and we collaborated on what I should do. It's true. Even though I did made 85% of the video myself. Like I said, Blake showed me a few tricks and dropped in the music for me, but I did everything else. Yeah, it's pretty amazing what came from it, though. Here I am doing a 2-hour show, and I've been doing this now 14 years, 15, since 2005, the end of 2005. But I think if I didn't talk to them, it's kind of weird. I feel like, and I've been telling them this, that something is different. I don't know what it is. It's maybe I'm sitting home and not working. Maybe I have a lot of time to think, but that's not it. I know what you're thinking. It's not that. It's a feeling, and I never felt it. And a lot of you have been feeling it. And I don't know if we're having a paradigm shift or what. But what happened with that Tucker video was a shift for me. And it was pretty big. That was a really good, and I have to edit last night's show because I thought I was being pranked. And I can't have that out there. So I took it down and I'm editing it and I'll repost it. You'll want to hear, at least it's proof that somebody from Fox called. That never happens to me. How is it? I mean, what are the odds? I make my first video using Premiere officially, right? And the first time I've ever called out to Tucker Carlson and I get a call back, that's odd. That to me just doesn't happen. Right. It wouldn't have happened if I didn't do it, but it's not really divine intervention. That's more of like putting the effort out there and getting a response, but I would have never done it. And I don't know if that's divine intervention. I don't think it is, right? God, I'm having a hard time figuring this out, but I think if you use your mind and you imagine what you want, because this is what I did, and it happened. I imagined this guy calling. I imagined me making the video. I guess it's more of like law of attraction. And I've been doing and using on and off for years the law of attraction. It's not how you're supposed to use it, but you're supposed to manifest things in your mind, and that because your mind is energy, it goes out into the universe. And the universe can't tell the difference between thought and your reality. So it assumes that you are having fun making money. Now, the universe sees that, and it'll shift everything over to that kind of lifestyle. That's the intent. And a lot of doors will open, a lot of doors will close. But if you keep imagining that you want to be something and you create it in your mind down to the wind blowing and the smell of your sneakers, you could create and manifest a reality, and you could be a god. Hence, why I usually say we are gods, because I've had this law of attraction thing work for me. It is not, and I repeat, it is not thinking positively at all. It's nothing like that. So get that out of your head. Hey, you think positive, good shit happens. No, Dad, that's not the law of attraction. All right, you're creating an image in your mind with happy thoughts. No happy thoughts. It could be angry. Whatever. It's just, all you're doing is if you do something and you get a reaction. That's all it is. No, I'm not doing anything except thinking about it. Oh, wait, you telling me you just think about it and shit happens? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have to think. You have to have an imagination. You have to create a reality in your mind as if you're remembering something. So it has nothing to do with thinking positively. So if you need $5,000, you're going to imagine a check coming in the mail for $5,000. Or if you want to imagine cash, you can imagine it being cash. And what you're going to imagine is the day you got the money. So I imagine myself waking up that day. I do the whole day. Waking up, stepping on the carpet, playing with the dog, petting, feeling, smelling, loving, kissing, laughing, crying, joking. Everything I can possibly think of in my mind. Where I look. Okay, I'm imagining the whole day within a minute. Very detailed, very quick. I'm a very good creator that way in my mind. Which is why The Secret worked for me. And then I imagine myself at that time of day coming home from work, hearing myself pull up to the mailbox inside my car. You see what I'm saying? I can feel the rocks, the dirt, the bumps in the road as I'm grabbing the leather steering wheel and feeling the air conditioning on me, looking through a pitted windshield while the sun is setting. Everything I'm throwing in there for the universe to imagine for me. Guess what? I got the $5,000. It took 30 days, and it was for $4,995 because we were overcharged for our mortgage fees, and they refunded that to us. And we needed it. That's the story. That's a real story of me using The Secret to gather $5,000, and it worked. And I can do it a lot. So why am I not a millionaire? Why don't you imagine yourself as a millionaire? That's not what I want. I don't care about money that way. I don't mind doing the hard work to earn it. Why am I blurry? There we go. I don't mind the hard work. But anyway, divine intervention. We need that in this world. What is divine? Yeah, divine intervention is a miracle or act of God that causes something good to happen or stops something bad from happening. Would you agree? This is a tough one. Would you agree that September 11th, 9/11, would you believe that had to happen to save the world? Would you believe that had to happen to save us from, financial ruins, the breakdown of America, World War III? Who knows? Was there divine intervention there? We'll never know, I guess, because we don't know the truth. We think we know the truth. For another day. But divine intervention, I can't think of anything. Anybody? Yeah, it's the feelings you imagined having what you want are more powerful than the visualization, Dark Hour Paranormal says. True? How long was that camera blurry like that? See, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it on instead of having it always trying to focus, autofocus, I'll just switch it tomorrow. Yes, Ash Dobbs. Ash Dobbs says leather steering wheel. Yes. At the time, yeah. Not now. Now I have a Kia Soul. It's pleather. It's a pleather steering wheel. Divine intervention's a trip. I don't think I've ever come across it in my whole life. Divine intervention. Now, if I did, I didn't know about it. Yeah, but things like that, you wouldn't know, right? How would you know? Unless you're coming up to the intersection. I don't know if that's divine intervention or just chance. Is it chance? Of course it is. Here's what I really believe. You want to know what I really believe? That I don't know what to believe. And the reason I do these things and try The Secret, and the reason I kept doing it on and off throughout like the last 15 years, is because it worked. And I think the law of attraction is more common than divine intervention. Absolutely, it is. You guys should try it. I'm going to give you a little something to take with you. I want you to try The Secret, and I want you to get back to me. I want you, the next time you leave your home and you're pulling into a place like a shopping center or a mall, and I know they're not crowded now, but go to a place that's crowded and, forget that. Scratch. Erase. Try this one. This one is very interesting. I want you to imagine finding a dollar bill. That's a lot harder than getting a parking space at the mall. And if you imagine in your mind doing the things that I told you I did, imagine waking up, eating breakfast, tasting the eggs, smelling the air, whatever. Maybe you bang your head on the microwave as the door opens. You feel yourself washing your hands, cleaning the table, and then go upstairs, take a nice hot shower, cold, feeling the towel fabric or blow drying your hair or shaving. You feel the scraping of the razor on your skin, and you can hear it. You have to imagine all this stuff. You have to create the reality for that day or the moment you want what you want. You have to create it in full detail as best as you can. Because when you come across that dollar bill, it's almost like remote viewing. You would have created the place in your mind where you found the dollar bill. That's a trip. Try that. Tell me how that feels. You guys are amazing. Hey, third phase. What's this? We have a ton of new UFOs coming up later on third phase of moon. We had intervention with the mass amounts of submissions. Oh, good. Okay, so we'll be aware for sure. Absolutely, third phase. It's weird. It's almost as if you could control your own life. I really should make this my religion. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to imagine, not now, but I'll do it later on, that I do get on Fox. I've already been doing it all day. I've been doing it for a couple of days. Which is why I came up with the idea. I imagine myself being interviewed on a split screen like you see everybody, right? All right, I'm going to do that. All right, I got something I need to show you because people have been telling me, Rich, did you know there's another video up on Post-Disclosure World, UFO Jesus? I said, no, I did not know that. So let's see what secret UFO footage discovered?
In this video, I'm going to cover what's potentially the best UFO footage
No, you're not.
ever taken within the public domain. This story originates from James Fox, the director of the movie Phenomenon
That's like me, promoting third phase. I understand.
Was released days ago. He relayed this story on the Richard Dolan show yesterday. He stated that he knew a man named Chuck Clark, and his connection with Chuck Clark was predicated on Chuck Clark being an expert on Area 51. He is known for having found vantage points high up where he could take telescopic footage of Area 51, yet...
So there's no UFO footage. There's no UFO footage. Well, let's hear what's going on.
It's like moving on a pendulum. Really, really...
It's pendulum, isn't it pendulum? No, it's pendulum. Oh, that's a good screenshot right there. Hold on. You know, because we got all of these, you know. We got all that. These are quotes from people. All right, that's my own quote, but that alien is a dick, by the way. Yeah, I can't believe this guy called himself an investigative journalist. All right, the rest are just goofy. Well, where is, what's his name? Ugh, I got to get rid of that. It's nasty. There it is. I can squeeze out disclosure like this. All right, let's get back to him. Come on. Come on.
Fluid, like nothing you have ever seen before. And I guess it's the shadow from the object that is above their car. And so the young guy says, I'm getting out. And the older guy says, no, don't get out. I'm actually going to give a small clip from Dolan's.
What's going on with the edit?
Really fluid, like nothing you have ever seen before. And I guess it's the shadow from the object that is above their car. And so the young guy says, I'm getting out. And the older guy says, no, don't get out. I'm actually going to give a...
The kid says, I'm going to get out. And the older man says, no, don't get out. Why did he start telling that story? And this guy's on George Knapp, Coast to Coast. This guy here. This is a guy who has literally zero experience in the field getting on Coast to Coast. He's only been around 3 years since TTSA when he's part of that TTSA Young Guns bullshit.
Small clip from Dolan's interview.
He's like one of their leaders. Can't you tell? It's a cult. Look at the leader. Jesus. All the women have to sleep with him. Can you imagine? And the men.
Because I'm getting out. He grabs the camera.
What's this? Richard Dolan says fair use asserted. What does that mean? That means I can talk about it, right? B. Baker? I can play this, right? B. Baker? I'll wait for your response. Fair use asserted. Yeah, I'm talking about it. I'm going to be analyzing what they're talking about. We're going to use this as a teaching point. We'll see what he says, and I'll tell you if he's right or wrong. You wouldn't go near this guy? Oh, you're right, Dolan. Yeah, don't go near Dolan. Not playing it. Yeah, I kind of don't really need to hear it. You're right. I know Dolan turned. Yeah, he's now TTSA, by the way. You know that, right? Dolan has gone, I think he's gone to the dark side, to TTSA. It's not even a joke. I'm not even joking about that. Well, anyway, man, I've got some videos. I'm still going to, if you guys want to hang out for a little longer, I am going to play some things here now that I do at the end of the show. Let's start with the interview from the fly that landed on Mike Pence's head. I forgot to play this. This is amazing.
It's the interview that people all over the country, shows everywhere, are trying to get, and we've gotten it. And that is to actually interview the fly that became the star.
I thought this was something else. I don't think I should play this one. I think these guys would probably be upset. Well, I want to hear about the fly. That's newsworthy. It's newsworthy.
During
the debate?
Yeah, I heard that.
Not true.
Buzzworth, is that your name?
Buzzworth's the name, and first things first, Rick and Bubba.
Okay.
A lot of people think I could have been a tiny military surveillance drone.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yes.
I'm just.
Oh my God, this is awful. This isn't good. That's not funny. Look at everybody. These are called courtesy laughs. I don't like courtesy laughs at all. I don't want them. Nobody should LOL anything that's not funny. Because so far I haven't heard anything funny. This guy over here is not laughing. Neither is he. But this guy probably got, a little bit high.
I'm just a fly. I'm flesh and blood. Or should I say, I am exoskeleton and goo.
Now, I could have told you the buzz was coming in, but he should have done it differently. Like, what are you guys doing? You know, that's how you do a fly. I'm sitting over here just zipping around. That's an awful... I don't even want to hear it, to be honest with you. It's that bad. All right. The second debate was canceled. Third debate moderator nukes her tweets. Did you guys hear about this? Because this is historic that they're canceling the second debate or have canceled it. I can't see. You can't do an interview, a debate, a live debate on the presidency and do it on a Zoom or a Skype because there's a delay. There's always that delay. It would be very problematic to have arguments. People would be talking over each other. It would be awful. You can't have a debate so this way Joe Biden can use his teleprompters and people would be sitting there and saying, no, don't say that. Or be in his ear or, you know what I mean? Teleprompters and, oh God. Anyway, let's see what this is about.
Number one, should have just went full force.
I can't understand why the volume button isn't working.
I was wrong, 100% wrong. I didn't think there was going to be a debate. There was a debate.
Salty
I didn't think
cracker.
Donald Trump and Joe Biden were going to have a live debate. It was a live debate. I didn't think that Joe Biden was going to be able to stand the entire time. I was wrong. I was wrong on all accounts. I'm not going to be wrong. Debate number 2, Electric Boogaloo, has been called off. That clip, by the way, was from right after the first presidential debate, after we did that live stream. I shot that video, and it wasn't hard to predict. Everybody could see that during that debate, Joe Biden was beat up and Joe Biden looked weak, and they weren't going to put that dude on the same debate stage again as Donald Trump. Even with the help and the protection of Chris Wallace, this dude was made to look like a weak fool. Now, the last couple days, is it on? Is it off? Is it on? Is it off? Is it virtual? Is it in person? Is it a town hall? Is it a debate? The next debate has now been canceled. Joe Biden has canceled this, by the way. Fuck you, mainstream media press. The mainstream media press is trying to make it sound like Donald Trump canceled it. No. The debate commission laid out the schedule. The debate commission laid out the rules. And the rules were supposed to be in-person debate on a stage. You guys changed this. You guys changed this. Donald Trump said, I'm fine. Donald Trump is the one with woo fluid. He said, no, I'm fucking fine. My doctor said I'm fine. I got a clean bill of health. I kicked that woo flu's ass with some of this Trump energon.
All right, so this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. This shows me that people who are casual to this show, when you say something like you did, Neil, the security goof on, he says, I feel like you do a disservice to the community because you make a mockery of ufologists but never offer any evidence yourself. Right there, I know you didn't do any evidence. You didn't do any research for my evidence. Now I'm thinking way ahead too fast. That's funny, actually. All he has to do is type in Rich Giordano UFOs. And he couldn't do that. Neil, why couldn't you do that? You'll see their sightings out there. So funny. There's videos of me showing a balloon test. There's videos of me, trying to debunk stuff. I showed a video last night. I can show you videos now. But you know what? You do the work. You do it. I've already done it. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. Because anybody who makes a comment like that should have done the research before you act and look stupid. It's really silly. I do a disservice. Wait. Listen to what he says. This is his reasoning. I'm doing a disservice by mocking other ufologists. Who? Who's a ufologist that I mocked? Lou Elizondo is not a ufologist. None of those guys are. They said they don't work with UFOs. They're not ufologists. I am a UFO hunter. I am a skeptic believer. I want proof. There's a lot of things I didn't believe in. And then it happened to me and now I believe it. I do everything I can to prove what stupid looks like. And I don't think I'm mocking anybody in ufology that doesn't deserve it. Because when somebody posts balloons, I'll show you one. You want to see one? When somebody posts stuff and they say it's UFOs, why should I be nice to a person who everybody else said, you're filming balloons? Those are balloons. And the guy says, no, they're not. I'm summoning balloons. I mean, UFOs. I can't talk anymore. That's too funny, though. I keep messing up all night. Nothing new tonight. And this guy, oh my God, I don't want this guy. Why did that go there? This guy's got 10,000 subs, right? And you want to talk about who I'm mocking? It's this shit. This isn't UFOs. Hold on, your sister's got a big hot ass.
Epic footage.
Two different altitudes. See, that's what I think I caught. Two different altitudes. One's low, one's way up there. It's balloons. And you know what's a shame? String. The sad thing is, because this guy videotapes balloons and calls them UFOs, he's ruining it for everybody. For people like me who have legitimate footage, I think. Hey, nobody's debunking my shit. There's no strings on my footage. Come on, did you see what that was? That's a balloon. Don't be stupid. Look at this. This guy's calling this Neptune. You hear me?
Thank you. Message put out. Beautiful.
Oh, come on. He's calling this a UFO.
Looking at what I see on my monitor.
Is this what you want, Neil the security? Is this what you want? Do you want to be lied to? Do you want to be lied to? Because that's what Lou Elizondo does. He's lying to all of us, saying the aliens are a threat when there has been no signs of a threat. Just because they're in the airspace we occupy doesn't mean they're a threat. We're a threat. We're human. That's threat enough. But Luis Elizondo and all those guys that you love and look up to and want to emulate are bad. Very bad. Their narrative is, it's a threat, we need money for protection. It's a threat, we need money for equipment. We need money for this, we need money for that. Mocking. I haven't mocked anybody. Who? You talking about UFO Jesus? The guy's an idiot. He knows absolutely nothing. All he knows, you know what's really sad about him? Because he got into the field and just stayed with To the Stars Academy and believes everything they say. Yeah, sometimes he'll say something like, I'm not so sure what Tom means by this. Go, Tom. You know, passive-aggressive type of shit. But he doesn't know the history. He hasn't been around long enough. He doesn't have any UFO footage himself. He doesn't go outside for 18 hours, sometimes 24, sometimes 36 hours straight looking for UFOs. He doesn't have over 18,000 hours of sky watching. No, I do. Yeah, that's a lot. It's more than that. I've done the math. You do the math. Just imagine 60 hours a week for the first 3 years, maybe 65, 70. I don't know. It could be. I'm lowballing myself. I've got over 400 of these. You know, 400 of these. And look, this one is called the, I don't do anything. It's called the Sam Lewis Ghost Hunt. Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, your sister's got no eyeballs. That's the Ghost Hunt. Let's see. These were just sitting here. Here, this is my first triangle I ever captured. Look at that tape. My God, it's seen better days. No, I got nothing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've made more mistakes than anybody in the field. But you know what? I didn't keep them here and show you this. That shouldn't even be allowed on the internet. That's a disgrace. And this guy knows absolutely nothing. All he knows is TTSA. He's a mainstream news guy, if you want to call him that. That's embarrassing. Not even close. All he does is nothing. What is he bringing to ufology? Neil the Security. What is this guy bringing other than repeating everything he's heard? He doesn't have his own opinions. He listens to what other people say, and if it's smart enough, he'll make it his own. I know, because I've seen him do it. Embarrassing. Yeah, I'm embarrassed for you to even say that about me. That I'm making a mockery of ufologists. It's embarrassing. No, for him. I'm embarrassed for him to even put a comment like that in the chat room. It's funny to me. They don't even know me. They don't even know. I mean, and that's shocking because Neil does security's been here before. They all watch. You know, they all come in and check out what's going on. They all watch. It's bullshit. What am I doing? I'm looking for, hold on. Oh, you want to see another video? Here, I'll give you another one. All you have to do is put Rich George. Here, let's do that. Let's do that real quick. Watch this. Hold on. Here's how you do it. Rich Giordano UFOs. Oh my gosh. Twitter. 38 levels above top secret. Great show. Uploads from GoofOn. Let's see. UFO Skeptic. Let's see. Paranormal Code. The AZ UFO Show. Let's see. I'm looking for a sighting, right? Who is me? Who is me? Who is you? My Ouija board experience. Oh, forget about it, right? I've had that happen. I'm out there doing the work. What are you doing? Neil, what are you doing? Dark Matter versus Rich Giordano. Lost episode. Very good, by the way. Best humanoid ever. Yes, even I have one of these. Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to work. No, that's terrible. Listen. Oh, best. Oh, let's see if it's here. No. Yep, here's one of my videos. You can laugh because it is funny.
I don't know what it was. Oh, where are you? There you are.
A humanoid. It's probably balloons, right? But at the time, nobody's ever seen anything like this. And I think over the years... Maybe
this isn't what we think it is.
See?
In my mind, I'm thinking all sorts of things. What I'm about to zoom in on blew me away, though. And to this day, 5 years later, it still blows me away.
Oh my God, this video is 10 years old.
I just have no explanation for what I'm seeing here. The only logical explanation would be balloons.
Yep.
Now, I started videotaping this.
And I'm honest. Oh my God. You mean I have UFO videos that I admit could be balloons, but, you know, it's for everybody to decide. I'm pretty sure it's balloons. But I'll tell you something. When I looked through the binoculars, it looked like a machine. It looked like a big machine. I'm just telling you. As a matter of fact, it looked so good, Discovery Channel came over to my house, spent 8 hours trying to debunk it and couldn't, and then actually lied when the show came out. They put in a video of actual balloons. How do you think I'm feeling?
A few minutes ago.
See? Because those balloons are on the internet makes me look bad. Motherfuckers.
If it was a guy on a jetpack, which everybody thinks, then it would only last a few minutes. But look at this. Look.
There's the jetpack right there in the back. There's the guy.
Could be a guy on a jetpack. But when I looked through the binoculars, it blew me away. Had a yellow goldish helmet. Looked like an underwater mask. It had scuba tanks on the back, 2 of them. It had black shoes, or these octagon-shaped type of shoes with a hole in each bottom. And same with the...
that looks like balloons, right? Oh my God, that does.
The 2 little tanks.
That looks like
Tanks.
balloons.
I don't know what they are.
That's the only time it looks like
3
that,
holes
though.
on the back of them. So it was like 2 scuba tanks.
Of course
and
it's
then
balloons.
3
You think
holes
there's a guy in a
equidistant
jetpack
apart.
in the sky?
And I think that's how the object moved. It also looked like it was sitting in a harness, kind of like a jetpack with like a high...
Now, I've showed guys on jetpacks recently. Look very similar. But, yeah, obviously that's got to be balloons. Latest Phoenix Lights. Yeah, that was awful, right? Oh, the Phoenix Lights with Jerry Pippin. Remember Jerry Pippin? Audiobook? The AZ UFO show? What? Oh my God. Oh my God, they took my show and translated it. Well, I sure hope they're not making any money. No, I don't care. I don't know if you guys are just killing me. All right, I can't find it. It's on my channel, I know. I'm just not in the mood. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible world we live in. You know? We do. We live in a horrible, horrible world. You have to speak the truth. Blunt, force, verbal. Tomorrow I want to talk about, Lee brought it up, I think it's thought. It's where your thoughts are imprinted onto video. And I think somebody stole my idea. I'm going to look into that. I got to get a hold of Lee and find out what that's called. But I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Appreciate it. Hanging out. Don't forget, Third Phase got a video coming up a little bit later. Thank you, newcomers. Thank you, veterans. Thank you, moderators. And, of course, our super chatters for hanging out here on Goof On tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, with something new and very exciting. I want to talk about that thought. Well, I might even have a video up tomorrow. I don't know. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some of my UFOs up tomorrow. That's what we're gonna do. My videos tomorrow, maybe. Of course. All right, we'll be back tomorrow, Take it easy, everybody. Have a good night. If you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. Giddy up. I'm sweating. Sweating like an oldie.